Hello, Northwest Cavalryman here, and this is the 5th video in my series of why the firearms bans in Canada are unconstitutional. I've mentioned due process in several videos thus far. I would like to focus on that in more detail in this video. It is a well-established legal principle that no one should be punished for the crimes committed by others. But what is the government doing? They are punishing law-abiding citizens for the actions of criminals. That is clearly unconstitutional. When someone is accused of a crime, they have the right to a trial and to face their accusers. After being charged, they can temporarily be prohibited from possessing weapons, along with a myriad of other temporary sanctions. Only after a trial and found guilty can they be permanently banned from owning firearms, and only if the crime justifies that ban. But here we have the wholesale punishment of Canadians who have committed no crime. The government is justifying this because a criminal killed several people. People who may have had a fighting chance to survive had the senior commissioned officers of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police issued a proper public emergency alert. And if those citizens had had the proper tools to defend themselves against an attack. But in Canada, we specifically have no guaranteed right of self-defense, at least not in the Constitution, according to the government. I disagree with that. Also, self-defense is not a recognized legitimate reason for owning a firearm, according to the government. And again, I disagree with that. Many people watching this video right now will be getting itchy fingers and have an uncontrollable urge to start typing flaming comments about how that's an un-Canadian comment. And they'll also comment that we don't need firearms to protect ourselves. And even if those victims had guns, statistics show that they would not have been able to stop the attack. Well, statistically, most of them may not have had the ability to stop the attack, but depriving them of the tools necessary to stop the attack ensured that none of them did. To confirm my point, all you'll have to do is YouTube violent attacks stopped by armed citizens, and you'll find that armed citizens have effectively defended themselves against others, and armed citizens have been credited with preventing mass shootings. One notable incident was at a North Carolina nightclub just a week after the Orlando nightclub shooting. Another, at the Seattle Space Needle, was caught on video where an armed citizen effectively held off an armed killer at gunpoint until the police arrived. And then there was the Southland, Texas church shooter who was pursued by 2 armed citizens. The armed citizens were later credited with saving an undetermined number of lives by stopping the killer before he had the opportunity to continue his murderous spree. The Southland, Texas church incident occurred around the same time as the Parkland, Florida shooting, and more people were killed in the Southland church shooting than in Parkland. But because 2 armed citizens put an end to the carnage, it received less publicity. Why? It did not fit the media and the government's narrative that people do need firearms for self-defense. Many people will try to make the argument that if no one had access to firearms, the shootings would not have occurred. But there is more to it than access to firearms. After the New Zealand mosque shooting, I researched mass killings in New Zealand. Many did not involve the use of firearms. Many used fire as the weapon or knives. And interesting enough, several incidents were noted where it was government troops who were blamed for the killings. Makes you think, maybe the U.S. Bill of Rights got it right after all. In a 2013 CDC study, which I have read and I have linked below, estimates that between 500,000 and 3 million times in 2010, armed citizens used a firearm to defend themselves or others from a violent crime. That does not mean a firearm was discharged, but a firearm was present and resulted in the change of behavior by the culprit. Decades ago, I was personally saved by having access to a firearm. It happens in Canada too. But the government does not tell people that. They do not want people to know that they can save their own lives if the need arises. No, they would prefer to violate your rights by punishing you for crimes committed by others. And make no mistake, you are being punished because someone else committed a crime. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody, thank you for watching my videos. I really appreciate that. I would also like to invite you to sign a couple of petitions. One of the petitions is a parliamentary petition, and the link is below. It's gained a lot of ground, but it has a lot more way to go. And the other is a petition that I have created. The parliamentary petition is against the ban of the 1,500 firearms that was announced by order in council on May the 1st. And the petition that I have generated is a petition to the chiefs of police in Canada, as well as the commissioner of the RCMP, to stand up for our rights and not enforce unconstitutional, illegal laws such as the OIC on May the 1st this year. So I invite you to follow the links in the description, and I thank you very much for watching my videos. Hey everybody, thank you very much for watching my videos. If you've enjoyed this content, please like the video and subscribe. We'll see you next time.